All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharaka Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations to the hopeful elect out here toiling in his truth. I'm Pathakamoth, GMS Dallas. And I'm just coming back at you with a real quick hit lesson, man. It's going to be a short lesson. I just want to really quick go into this scripture in Romans, the 12th chapter, dealing with the Jew and the Greek, man, because you got these Christians out here, of course, they're starting to realize that they have no understanding, no true understanding when it comes to the scriptures, but, we still have to, do these lessons and to edify our people, edify Jake, man, and wake Jake up, those that are predestined to get it and wake up, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about the sealing of the elect. We're not really worried about these Christians or these other people who can't get it, but we have to deal with these issues, these matters, because there could very well be some elect members or potential elect members among them. So we have to deal with these. We have to do these lessons, man. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to deal with the whole Jew and Greek issue, because they like to run to Revelations 10 and 12, the scripture that you see on the screen, to try to make a point of the other nations, which as if the other nations are included in this. That's not what's going on, man. This is not inclusive of the other nations. When you read this, you have to understand first off that this is Paul writing, and of course, Paul, his writings are very confusing, and that's why Apostle Peter wrote what he wrote in what is that in? I can't remember if it's in 1 Peter or 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, verse 15 and 16, when he goes into how, the unlearned wrestle with Paul's writings to their own destruction, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's why he wrote that, because you Christians and you unlearned people are running to Paul's writings with no understanding, man, and it's going to get you put to death, man. So let's get some understanding on the Jew and Greek, man, because it's very simple. You got to go into these words, man. That's the main thing I learned since coming into GMS, from Apostle Tahar on down, is we go into the words, man. Going into these words is going to clear everything up. It's going to give you that clarification, that clarity on what these scriptures are talking about, man. It's that simple, You can't just pick the Bible up, read it, and think you know what you're talking about, man. You got to go into history. Got to know some history, man. If you don't know history, you're not going to know. You know what I'm saying? You don't go into these words, you're not going to know. So let's real quick. This shouldn't be too long. I just got a few scriptures, man. I'm gonna hit and get in, get out. I know Jake's attention span ain't very long, so we like to hit it and quit it. But as you see on the screen, this is Romans chapter 10 and verse 12, and it reads, "For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him." And that Lord is, of course, we know Yahweh Shai, man. And he's his people are the Israelites, man. So him being the same Lord over all is talking about first and foremost the nation of Israel. But pursuing to Zechariah 13 and 8, the whole nation ain't gonna make it in the first round, man. This round right here, the majority of the nation ain't gonna make it, man. They're gonna be cut off and die. So it ain't even for the whole nation right now, man. Now, overall, pursuant to Romans 11 and 26, all Israel shall be saved, man. So overall, the whole nation is gonna get the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? So he's Lord over all, but right now he ain't dealing with the 2/3. This is primarily dealing with the elect and 1/3, man. So it says, "For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek." They'll read that part right there and think, "Now, see, it says Jew and the Greek, that proved that the other nations are being dealt with." No, that's not what that proves, man. Because first of all, you people, you go to these scriptures and take them just totally out of context. Now, is Paul schizophrenic? Is he tripping? Is he just writing some stuff down? Because when you read up in this same chapter, let's go to verse 1. This is Romans 10 and 1. "Brethren, my heart's desire and prayer to the Most High for Israel." He don't say any other nation right there, man. He said Israel, "is that they might be saved." So he's praying that in the first verse that Israel might be saved. Even when you read the second verse, "For I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge." So that's the Lord's people, that are connected to him having that zeal, but not according to knowledge. But he's praying for Israel in the first verse. And you jump down to verse 12 and take it totally out of context. Now, has he just changed up and went from Israel to now including the other nations? No, man. Come on, man. Let's get some understanding, man. For Romans 10 and 12, for there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek. It's going into the circumcision and the uncircumcision, which, of course, Peter was sent to the circumcision. Paul was sent to the uncircumcision. You know, Jews who were keeping the laws knew they were Israelites is the circumcision, and the Greeks is representative of the Israelites, the foreigners, those who didn't know that they were Israelites, who were keeping the customs of the heathen, the Greeks at this time, the heathen, and were the uncircumcised, man, the breakers of the law, man, because they were living according to those lands they were scattered into. Primarily Greek here is why it's mentioned in the Greek, you know, which I want to go into this word real quick. Let's go into this word real quick. This word Greek, you know, in the Hebrew. That's why you got to go into these words. It's G1672, Helen. There it is right there, Helen. So this is dealing with the Hellenistic period, man, you know, and it says outline of biblical usage, a Greek either by nationality, whether a native of the mainland or of the Greek islands or colonies. But this is the one I want. Number 2, in a wider sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews, that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greek their own. So this is dealing with Jews that made this is dealing with the Jews that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own. That's what it's talking about. That was the Hellenization, the Hellenistic or Hellenization period. That's what it was dealing with, man. You know what I'm saying? So real quick, I want to grab this real quick, going into that and dealing with that. This is First Maccabees 1 and verse 41, and it reads, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. Does that sound familiar? New World Order, man. These same devils are back doing the same thing, man. In them same spirits, man. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. They tried that back during the time of the Tower of Babel, you know. So this is no new thing under the sun, man. You know, Ecclesiastes, the first chapter. You know what I'm saying? Reading on verse 42. And everyone should leave his laws, so all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. Verse 43, yeah, many also of the Israelites, there it is, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. For the king has sent letters by messenger unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah that they should follow the strange laws of the land and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days and pollute the sanctuary and holy people. That's what it's always been about, man. Polluting, and them devils are doing the same thing in these times, man. This day and time, the same thing. No new thing under the sun. Verse 47. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols. All these churches, you know, these houses of Baal that they continue to flow into in troops, as the scriptures say, to this very day. So set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. Jake is doing that on maximum levels in these times, man. No new thing under the sun, man. Verse 48, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation. Verse 49, to the end they might forget the law, which that happened, you know, and they've been taught the laws are done away with, you know, in these houses of Baal, man. To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. Here's the point. And whosoever would not do according to the commandment of the king, he said he should die. That's what's going on. Jake was being, and of course, you know, back then there was those that remnant that the Lord has always been dealing with, you know, that they took that death, man. You know, they would rather take death than to go against the commandments of the Lord, man, which there's I believe it's actually in Maccabees as well, the 7th chapter, I believe, when it goes into those 7 sons being sacrificed, put to death. Salakia put to death for not eating swine's flesh, man. Hey, that's what, and hey, those men took and those same men are back on the earth and gonna take death again. Because we're not gonna, hey man, you can offer us swine or try to get us to go against Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We're not gonna do it, man. So hey, pull the guillotines out, do what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Because these devils are coming, man. He's coming. So because this devil knows his time is up, man. So he's gonna come, man, and they're gonna perform these same things that our forefathers that we went through back then, man. Again in these times, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is the final one, it's final hoorah, man. But he's going to go all out, so he's coming, man. But this is the point. And when you jump up to verse 1, just to prove that fact, this is going into that Greek Hellenization period, First Maccabees 1:1. And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, which we know this is talking about Alexander, the Greek, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, the king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece. So that's going into that Greek Hellenization period when you jump down to verse 41 and it goes into the king, right into the whole kingdom and telling everybody that they should be one and going away from their laws and custom, which that was primarily for the Israelites, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was about, man. So that's going into that Hellenization period, which we just read. We just read that. When we went into let's go back into it, into that word, Greek, Helen, G1672. And there it is right there. In a wider sense, the name embraces all nations, not Jews. But that, like I said, that's going into just start from the word Jews, Jews that made the language, customs, and learning of the Greeks their own. So that's what it was. They took on that. The ways of the Greeks, the worship of the Greeks, the language of the Greeks, and went against their power, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what happened. So I want to bring another one out real quick, though. Real quick. This is Acts chapter 6 and verse. Oh, what happened? Oh, my goodness. What the? Salakia, my phone is locking up on me now. Boy, look at Satan. Bear with me. See if this is going to unfreeze. There we go. Acts 6:1. And it reads, and in those days, when the number of the disciples was multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians. There it is. The Grecians. Against the Hebrews, because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration. So that's going into the Greeks, man. So let's go into this word Grecians right here. Let's go into this word Grecians right here. Well, Satan is god dang, boy. Phone has not been having any trouble, any problems until you start trying to do a lesson, man. Phone's been working fine, but now I'm trying to publish this lesson and the phone is freezing and all kind of madness right now, man. Are you serious? Wow. Bear with me, Akim. Bear with me. Hopefully, eventually it'll let me in. There it is. We're going to this word Grecian. There it is right there. There it is. Hellenistes. G1675 Hellenistes. Let's go into this word real quick. Just bear with me. The phone is really tripping. Satan is doing his business right now, man. All right. And it's outline of biblical usage. A Hellenist, one who imitates the manners and customs or the worship of the Greeks and use the Greek tongue. So they've taken on the manners and customs and worship of the Greeks, and they're speaking Greek. Hellenization period. Giving up your everything your customs and coming into these customs. That's what happened. We just read it in First Maccabees, man. But here, check this out right here, verse B. Number B, Salakia, used in the New Testament of Jews born in foreign lands and speaking Greek. There it is, man. So those, when we go back You know, that's what that's going into. Those Grecians are not Greeks that are natural. That's the word. I was trying to think of the word I wanted to use. Natural Greeks. They're not natural Greeks, man. Those are because there's two types of Gentiles, man. You got your natural Gentiles, and then you got the Gentiles that are actually Israelites who, as we've been going into, took on the customs, ways, manners, worships, language of these other nations, and particularly in this time period, the Greeks. You know what I'm saying? Which you got that still happening to this very day. You know, where Jake has been scattered and they're speaking all these different languages and everything, man. You know, taking on the customs, mannerisms, ways, worship of all these different nations, man, that they're scattered among. So that's the same thing that was happening back then. So these Greeks, these Grecians are Israelites, man. You know, that's what it's going into. They are Israelites. You know what I'm saying? So I want to, real quick, I want to get this definition because I put up a definition real quick. And as you see on the screen, Hellenist, I typed in Hellenist, and this is the definition that came up. Definition of Hellenist by Merriam-Webster. Definition of Hellenist, number one, a person living in Hellenistic times who was Greek in language, outlook, and way of life, but was not Greek in ancestry. Hello? Was not Greek in ancestry. A Hellenized Jew. There it is, man. There it is. That's you can't get any more point blank and to the bottom of it. That's it, man. Bang the gavel. It's closed, man. You know, it's that simple. That's what the Grecians murmuring against the Hebrews. That's what that's going into. And back in Romans, the 10th chapter, you know, in verse 12. Okay, get with me. In verse 12, for there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek. That's what that's going into, man. Those Greeks were also Israelites who had taken on the customs, mannerisms, worships, ways, and languages of the Greeks, man, of these other nations that they've been scattered, you know, among. Which, when you go into Deuteronomy, because we were scattered, the 28th chapter, it goes into that scattering, man. This is Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 64. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushai shall scatter thee among all people from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. So, hey, man, that's that scattering. And that's why Jake has went off serving other gods. That's not Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man. You know what I'm saying? That scattering happened, man. This is Leviticus chapter 26 and verse 33. And I will scatter you among the heathen and will draw out a sword after you, and your land shall be desolate and your cities waste. So the Lord scattered his people, you know, made the land desolate. You know what I'm saying? That's where we're at, man. And to this very day. As a matter of fact, let me get one more just to further prove the point and solidify this thing, because Yahushua, when he talked to was talking to the disciples, this is what they were talking about. I'll start at verse 33. This is John chapter 7 and verse 33. And it reads, Then said Yahushua unto them, Yet a little while am I with you, and then I go unto him that sent me. Ye shall seek me and shall not find me. And where I am, thither ye cannot come. And here's the point. Verse 35. Then said the Jews among themselves, Whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed, the scattering among the Gentiles, and teach the Gentiles? Let's go on this word dispersed. Let's go on this word dispersed real quick, if it allows me. Satan is at work right now. Really. Try it again. There we go. Dispersed. G1290. Diaspora or diaspora, however you want to, tomato, potato, however you want to say it. All the same thing. Outline of biblical usage, a scattering, there it is, a dispersion, of Israelites dispersed among foreign nations. That's it. The Israelites that were scattered among these nations. That's what John 7:35. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the scattered Israelites among these other nations, among the Gentiles, and teach the Gentiles? That's those scattered Israelites. That's what this all is talking about, man. That's what it's all talking about. We're scattered, and that's what Salakia. We're scattered, and that's what Romans 12, Salakia, Romans 10 and 12 is dealing with. For there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him, which the elect, and 1/3 is what that's talking about. They're the ones that's going to call upon him in these times, man. You know, that's that reserved, chosen from the foundation of the earth to conform to the image of the Son, man. You know what I'm saying? So, and come back, that remnant, Isaiah 10 and 20 goes into that remnant, man. You know what I'm saying? The elect. So, but those Greeks, man, are Israelites, man. It's point blank, bottom line, end of discussion. You know what I'm saying? End of story. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, with that, hopefully this was edifying to the hopeful elect. Giving all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Waharakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone. And peace and blessings to the elect, the house of David, the Bayath Shal Dawadad. And if anybody flags this video, you know, death and destruction to you, wa abba babal.